So, the La Liga season preview is here, and what I will be doing is showing you and telling you how each team by team, is going to fare. Now, the way I'm going to break this down is I'm going to just show you, the coach, the team, the transfers, media predictions, past performances, things like that. So they'll be quick and fast, probably 4 minutes apiece, and hope you enjoy it. There's 20 teams here, and I'm very excited for the coming season. Here we go. We start with Athletic Bilbao, a team that hails from the Basque Country. They're only able to play Basque players. If you've never played them in FM, well, I recommend it. It is a uniquely challenging save, and one that honestly, it kind of opens your eyes to how restrictive it is, just being able to get Basque-only players. But that aside, we got Ernesto Valverde, who is the head coach of Athletic Bilbao. If you're unaware as well, go into the Hall of Fame, go to the nationality for Spanish managers, 9th of all time. He was at one point the Barcelona manager. He got 2 La Liga titles and a Spanish Cup while he was there. And then at Olympiacos, he was able to get 3 Greek Super League titles and 2 Greek Cups. So one of the best of all time, or one of the most successful Spanish managers of all time, clocking in at 9 out of 10. Formidable, intelligent. He's able to organize a team and win. Going for the transfers here, not really anything that happened. Inigo Martinez is actually the big departure here. 32 years old, Spanish international. Left to Barcelona. He once traversed across, from Real Sociedad to Athletic Bilbao, which is a great rivalry, and 38 million, which is quite a lot, but he is now off to, he got his big move to Barcelona, so that is there. Players, I think starting from the back, Unai Simon. If you are unaware of this, he is the nailed-in starter for Spain's goalkeeping spot. He is incredibly good. Champions League level player, in my opinion. This guy is 100% like one of the best goalkeepers on the continent, Unai Simon. So, you can see him in the back pretty much nailed in every single game. Going forward, let's go to the midfield. If, notable mention, I would say, Ander Herrera. He's currently transfer listed, apparently. So, but yeah, former Man United and PSG player. Didn't quite get the races when he got his move, but we'll see how Ander goes forward. Danny Garcia, decent player, honestly, in the defensive end, nailed in like regular La Liga player. He used to play at Eibar before going to Bilbao, but good player, like really solid defensive midfielder, at this level. Alex Berenguer, another solid player, used to play at Torino, and now he's here at Bilbao. Another, just solid attacking midfielder, but we got a couple stars, right? One is Iñaki Williams, the star at Athletic Bilbao, 29 years old, Ghanaian international. Iñaki Williams is an outrageously talented Champions League level La Liga player, scores buckets of goals every year. He's fast, he's technical, he can work the space, he knows exactly what he's doing. His younger brother, Nico, is another world. He is still getting better, and he's already this good. Nico Williams, it is out of his mind. If you don't know who he is now, just know that he's going to be one of the next generational talents in real life. The way that him and Lamine Yamal ran the wings in the Euros, that is all you need to know. Go watch the highlights. Nico Williams. But the media got him pegged for 7th, but we will see about that with the Williams brothers up top, Unai Simon as the absolute Spider-Man in the back, and Ernesto Valverde at the helm. Los Colchoneros, or better known as Atletico Madrid, headed by Diego Simeone. He will absolutely have a statue for him in front of the Wanda by the time that he is done here. He has been setting records. He's been dominating the competition basically since he came in December of 2011, if you can believe it. I mean, over a decade at the helm. When he first started, he finished 7th, then he did 5th, and then he, basically never looked back. 3rd, 1st, a couple more 3rds. Basically, it's nothing. It never dropped below 3rd. I mean, that is incredible. Even in the off years, he finds a way back up to the top 3, and sometimes occasionally he wins the off title. If you also don't know Diego Simeone, if you go to the Hall of Fame and you go to the nationality for Argentinian managers, 5th winningest manager of all time. He's got 2 Argentine Premier Divisions with Estudiantes and River Plate back in the 2000s. And then when he finally went to Atletico Madrid to start the golden era of his reign, 2 Europa League wins, a Spanish Super Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, 2 La Liga titles, and a Copa del Rey title, which again, what an incredible manager Diego Simeone is. He's defensive. The team runs hard. They never give up. No win is easy. They're outrageous. For transfers, we got Mateus Cunha, and as a Wolves fan, thank you. He's been very helpful, particularly this season. Was sold. And then Jeffrey Kondogbia going out to Marseille. And then lastly, last big one to leave is Yannick Carrasco. He was a longtime veteran there, sold to Saudi Arabia. His son was loaned out to Alaves, Giuliano Simeone. We get a couple older defenders for rotational options with Cesar Azpilicueta and Gabriel Paulista, so look out for them. And then they bought a wonder kid, Artur Vermeeren, the Belgian, 18 years old, from the midfield. So we'll potentially see a little bit more of him as well. For other players, as we go through here, Jan Oblak, Slovenian international, Champions League caliber player, one of the best in the world, definitely in this division for sure. Going through this as well, Stefan Savic, you can 68 cap Montenegrin, veteran. Jose Jimenez, Uruguayan, 28. He's a nailed in starter for the Uruguayan team, and they are ferocious from the small country, but ferocious. Axel Witsel, bags of talent, bags of experience. 34 years old, 130 caps, man, at Belgium, and he was part of the golden age too for Belgian soccer. Going forward as well, you go to Marcos Llorente. He is now really coming into his own. He has really become a nailed-in starter over at Athletic Madrid. And then how could we possibly Koke? This guy embodies Diego Simeone. He is the definition of Diego Simeone as a player. Koke has been a nailed-in starter, basically never misses any games in La Liga, runs hard, tackles hard. Oh my God, 66 caps for the Spanish national team. Also, how can we Saul Niguez? What an incredible player as well. Basically, I would say he's just like Koke. It's incredible. These midfielders who just run down every ball. You go to Thomas Lemar, French winger. Great. If you remember those Monaco teams, you know what I'm talking about. He came out of there. Rodrigo de Paul, World Cup winner with Argentina. He was really, really crucial into those games, winning the ball, playing the pass out up front. Angel Correa as well. Another unbelievable winger. Then if you keep going, you'll find Memphis Depay, Dutch international, Champions League caliber, former wonder kid. Everybody knows about Memphis Depay, but this is the special one. Antoine Griezmann, World Cup winner, French legend. Wow, what a player. So the media got him for 3rd. We will see about that. This team never gives up. Alaves, the team that is coming from Vitoria, is now in La Liga. Luis Garcia Plaza is a seasoned manager, has played almost everywhere now. And he is now taking his second season at the helm here. He was able to get them successfully promoted last season through the playoffs. As you can see here, fourth place, 71 points. They're a consistent La Liga side, as you can see. They've been there for many a year prior to being relegated, and now they find themselves right back, first attempt. So now Luis Garcia is there. Plaza is tasked with keeping them there, at least for this first season. The team has been around since 1921, never really won a major trophy as of yet beyond just the Spanish second division, last being 2016. But that being said, they are, again, I would say, somewhat regular first division side. Looking at the ins and outs here, the outs, not really anybody to really note. The biggest one being Florian Lejeune, but however, he was on loan to Rayo Vallecano in the first division last year, and they finally made the sale. So he's gone. But when you look at the intakes, you know exactly what they're going for. First one is Giuliano Simeone on loan from Atletico Madrid, the son of Diego Simeone, the head coach. He's definitely looking to capitalize on the offensive prowess here and is trying to make something else happen. Yanis Hadji on loan from Rangers, looking to be the nailed-in starting striker every time. This guy, he looks really, really good, and he's related to the Romanian Hadji, the legend, the Romanian legend. So he's now also here. And then lastly, we have a golden child, a wonder kid, if you will, Samu Omarodian. He's on loan from Atletico Madrid. Another one. So they got plenty of attacking talent to try and see if they could stay into this league, as they thought that was the issue that they had with the team when getting promoted. Also, too, they get a couple more, purchases here. Right wing back Andoni Gorosabel has also been put in here from Real San Sebastian or Real Sociedad. And so that's one aspect for the defensive side of the ball. The next one being Nahuel Tenalia, coming in from Talleres. He was on loan last season and was crucial for their promotion push, and now has made the transfer permanent. Lastly, Ander Guevara for the midfield, most likely a defensive midfielder. Previously, he was in Real Sociedad, but has now made that trek over to Alaves. But other than that, this team is destined to be 16th per the media, but we will see if they are able to stay up or down. Almeria. This team here is really, really picked for relegation. They're a side that really struggled last year and was so close, barely making survival. Gaizka Garitano is now having his first year at the helm here, and he's got a mountain to climb. He's got a lot to deal with. So, but he's got a good challenge. He could really earn himself a lot of credit by keeping Almeria up during this time. Now, if you go to the overview, they've only won one second division title, or one honor, really, in their history. 2 seasons ago, they won the second division. And again, last season, they were the place above the relegation zone, 17th. So, looking forward, let's look at the transfers of what happened over the summer for these guys. First things first, the biggest, the most consequential, El Bilal Toure, the Malian international, who had a breakout season really for them last season. It really was, I would say, the reason why they stayed up, was sold to Atalanta for 31 million. That is going to be very impactful for them. Also, too, is that they got rid of Samu, so Portuguese, under youth international, played a pretty crucial role for them as well in the defensive midfielder role. Also, Sergio Akieme, the Equatorial Guinean, international, also was sold to the French team Reims. I hope I got that right. Nobody could pronounce them. Nobody could pronounce them correctly. So I'm going to say Reims. But for people who come in, I mean, they sold for a lot of money, $40.5 million. They brought in $56 million worth of players. And let's see who they brought in. First one's first. Edgar from Real Betis. He's I would say a pretty nailed-in starter for the first division level. Defensive midfielder or center back, depending on how they need him. He'll be playing a part for them. Also, Dion Lopi, midfielder, definitely needed for them. He's a nailed-in Reims player from the French division. But again, they might need some more reinforcements. So they brought in Luis Suarez. Not the Luis Suarez, but a Colombian Luis Suarez, Colombian international. And they brought him in on loan last year. Seemed to have some success. He's definitely been able to, he's proven it in the first division with Granada a couple seasons ago. So they made the deal permanent with Olympique Marseille. And then lastly, Cesar Montes, the big Mexican center back. Espanyol had him last season before they went down, and they were able to trigger the release clause and put him on full-time for big reinforcements at the back for Almeria. That will be all they have. So Gaisca Garitano and the goalkeeper captain Fernando will have a huge mountain to climb to stave off relegation. 18th is where they're destined to finish per the media projections. Atletico Pamplona, better known as Osasuna, if you're a regular La Liga watcher, they got some swagger. I'll tell you that right now. Hagaba Arrasate, is out there running with the Bulls. If you've ever thought to yourself, hey, how do I know Pamplona? It's the running with the Bulls city. Beautiful scenery. They got a rebuilt city, rebuilt wonderful stadium from 2020. And Arrasate has now been there since 2018 and has really created a little mini renaissance since being there. Going to the overview here, you can see that he took his first season to win the second division title and then did something remarkable. 10th place finish, 11th place finish, 10th, and then 7th. And if you, even better, if you go to the first division and you sort by points, it is the third best points total they've ever received in the first division. So Arrasate is really hitting on something and hitting heights that they have not really seen. Now, the transfers we're going to look here is going to be Eridan Hernandez, 34 years old, veteran defensive center back, and he's been let go free to Rayo Vallecano. Ezequiel Avila, was a decent striker for La Liga level, but he has now been sold to Real Betis for $4.3 million, and that's pretty much it for the outgoings. Now, the incomings, they've been shrewd. They've been thoughtful. Not a lot going on for ones that are going to be really disrupting the flow in the team. Johan Mojica as a potential person on the left wing back here, or even left wing. Then we also got Alejandro Catena, brought in on free from Rayo Vallecano. It's been now obviously a established first division player for the last couple of years. And then lastly, Raul Garcia, 22 years old striker from Real Betis. Now, what's important to know is that he was at Mirandes, which is in the second division, and they finished 16th. They were an average to lower mid-table side, and he scored 19 goals. So we now have a very talented Spanish striker sitting there, because you know who's actually their starting striker? Ante Budimir, the Croatian international. So he's got some firepower behind him, somebody who's actually going to challenge his spot. Also got Aymar, who had a breakout season last year, and he's going to be looking to assert himself and create more danger in the attacking half. David Garcia, nailed in starter, has been around for Osasuna for many a year through the second division and now into the first division. Also, want to throw out too is Moy Gomez, winger for Atletico Pamplona, most likely known back in his time at Villarreal, but now he's at Atletico Pamplona. He had a pretty good season, after a small little bit of change for that switch, but he had a good season, and now he's looking to build on it, after this being his second season. Now, Jacoba Arrasate has been able to build a really unique period for Osasuna's history, and look, the media got him for 15th, but he's been finishing above that for the last 4 seasons. So we'll see for this one. Barcelona, a legendary side, legendary colors. A storied team that basically is part of an institution of soccer across the world. Blaugrana have Xavi, an icon who was a player, with his partner Andres Iniesta as well, in this heyday of the 2010s, the time when Lionel Messi was around, Pep Guardiola, that untouchable, unthinkable team who won literally everything in a season. Oh, man. Where to start? Well, let's start with this. They won the league last year, right? Xavi pulled off a really, really unique La Liga title. They're 27th to be exact. And let's go to the transfers. Oh my goodness. They sold 83 million. They definitely needed the money because of the stadium rebuild. They will be moving in 18 months time. Francisco Trincao, a small little sale of 7.5 million. Ousmane Dembele went to PSG. Franck Kessié went to Al Ahly. Those are the 2 big sales. At least everybody else is not necessarily. They're all actually really good players. Jordi Alba went to Inter Miami. They're just not as impactful, I guess. But Inigo Martinez, again, he's a big free that came in from Athletic Bilbao. Ilkay Gundogan from Man City on a free. That is a great bargain right there. And then they picked up a wonder kid, Vitor Roque, 18 years old striker, Brazilian wonder kid. Truly a special player in the making. I mean, he was 17 years old, bagging 12 goals in the Brazilian first division. I mean, how good do you need to be that young, doing that well? I mean, whoo. Oh, by the way, that's right. They got Joao Felix on loan. So, and Joao Cancelo on loan. Like, I mean, these guys are stacked. I don't even know if I could possibly go through the stars that these guys got. Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who I cannot believe doesn't start for Germany. Well, I can because he's obviously, we know who's in front of him. Andreas Christensen, he may or may not go. Who knows? He's wanted by Arsenal and PSG at the moment, but you never know. Jules Koundé, French international. Ronald Araujo, star Uruguayan center back. Marcus Alonso, he was at Chelsea. He's now at Barcelona. Incredible. Wonder kid, Alex Balde, or Alejandro Balde here. Frankie de Jong, Rafinha, Pedri, Gavi, Fermin Torres, Lamine Yamal himself. I cannot tell you enough about this kid. Lamine Yamal, he made his debut at 15 years old for Barcelona. And this kid is going to be out of his mind how good he is. And then, of course, the proven goal scorer, In my opinion, he should have won a Ballon d'Or, but he didn't in that one season. And I think we all know what we're talking about here. Robert Lewandowski. I mean, he has been getting like over 30 goals basically every season. Like, it's outrageous. It's outrageous. Robert Lewandowski does not make sense. He's a cheat code as a striker. So we have the talent. We have the pedigree. We have the facilities. You have the coach. Barcelona is the package. They're predicted to be second. This is Cadiz, a small port town in the southwest of Spain. Not really made for La Liga action. Not really made for just the high expenditures, the infrastructure, everything else. I mean, they are a minnow in a sea of titans. And Maurizio Pellegrino will be at the helm for this season. One thing I do want to bring is the history of Cadiz and how they came here. Why? And I have to look at the legends of Alvaro Cervera, who I just got to bring, like an FM save, honestly. 2015-16 took them from the third division in his first season, promoted to the second, then got fifth, ninth, second, then an automatic promotion from second to the first division, finished 12th, and then unfortunately was fired halfway through the season because they were relegation threatened. But they were able to right the ship, stay safe, and then actually build on it for one more season, 14th. So Maurizio Pellegrino has a little bit of a foundation to keep on, but I want to highlight the first divisions. They do not have a lot of seasons in the first division. This is going to be their first real stint. I mean, what? Since 1992-93 to like mid 80s. I mean, that is how long ago they were actually like in the first division for a period of time. So when I say that they're minnows in a sea of giants, that's what I'm talking about. They've even dipped down to the third division. But transfers. Anthony Lozano, 30-year-old Honduran, regular starter, out for free. Then you got Alfonso Espino, regular starter for them, even from the second division days. Out, gone, free. Then you got Alvaro Negredo. They brought him in on a free. He had a couple good seasons, even though he was very much on his back nine of his career. Couldn't really replicate it for the third division. He's gone. So he's just more of a locker room, vibe kind of thing. Kouame brought in as a midfield and potentially a wingback position. The Malian international from Troyes in France. He was the big expenditure that was over the weekend, over the summer, along with Gonzalo Escalante, 30-year-old Lazio player. He's been at Eibar before, so he knows the division. But also Sergi Guardiola, another regular for the La Liga. Cadiz is able to bring him in just to help fortify the midfield. But a ton of loans. I cannot stress this enough. A ton of loans. Cash strapped this team is. And they're not buying players. They are renting them out. I'm telling you right now. First one, Iham Owusu. This is just like a rotational option from Slavia Prague. Darwin Machis on the wings and potentially striker from Real Valladolid. Valladolid, by the way, was relegated last season, so that's why a team was able to loan them out to Cadiz because Valladolid still wants them around for later. But nonetheless, going forward, Juanmi, La Liga regular from Real Betis, loaned in. Dia Samaseku, I hope that it's okay, loaned in from Hoffenheim for a potential here. For the players, I mean, again, a lot of loans. But important to note, Issa is one of your big main players here at the team. He was signed again, by the way. He was released and then re-signed. That's the reason why he's got a free again. And then Folly, center back for Cadiz, has even been back since the second division days. The media have him for 17th, so we will see how they fare. Relegation looms over this tiny port town. Getafe. Getafe is a long-standing in La Liga. They've been around for pretty much forever. You almost never see them in the second division. And we have our coach here, Jose Bordalas, who is going to be taking his first shot, his first opportunity at Getafe, based just south of the capital, Madrid. You can see this team basically is just a complete regular. They've had that one stint, but we're not going to talk about that. But I will say is that occasionally they surprise and they poke above the top half, that invisible barrier, if you will, of top half, getting 8th, 5th, that one time they got 6th way back in 2009-10, but 15th, 15th, starting to feel a little stale, if I'm honest. So let's go to the transfers. Let's see how they do over here. So the transfers, believe it or not, when I was looking at it, these two transfers for cash, actually all three of them, not really that consequential. Didn't really hurt their starting lineup or, some rotation options, really. Damian Suarez, he's a 35-year-old Uruguayan international. He's gone. He's out to Botafogo, but you understand why. Munir, Moroccan international, attacking threat for them. He did one season and that was it. So is what it is. So he's gone. And then Enes Unal on loan, try to get the wages off the books, really. And a nice little bit there, 925,000 to Bournemouth. Those Premier League dollars are coming into La Liga. So that will be there. Now on the intake side is going to be really interesting. The Paraguayan international Omar Alderete, he is they loaned him in last year. They like what they saw. Come on permanently. There you go. Gaston Alvarez, the 23-year-old Uruguayan. Look, they loaned him in from Boston River. They like what they saw. They pulled the trigger. Now we got another one on loan, Ghanaian international Ilaix Moriba. Look, we saw him twice at Valencia, and we by being Getafe. They saw him twice at Valencia. They liked him, and they're like, all right, why don't we bring him on loan, see how he does. They also got Oscar from Sevilla. Nice loan. He's got 2 caps with Spain. I mean, it's pretty good. He's already spent a little bit of time at Getafe, so he's actually a little familiar too. Diego Rico, former Premier League player at Bournemouth, but a mainstay at the La Liga level there. He was at, Real Sociedad recently. So again, a nice little pickup on loan. And we'll see what that happens there. And then, of course, Mason Greenwood, if you understand. I'm not going to cover him. Going forward, players. Carlos Alenya, midfielder, attacking midfielder. $6 million for Getafe to pull the trigger on him a couple years ago. He has been repaying it. He's been playing very, very well. So good on him. Nemanja Maksimovic, the defensive midfielder. Marseille is snooping around for him, but he is a mainstay at Getafe. He does so well, really, really well. Borja Mayoral, I mean, again, 2 little loan stints, basically a season and a half, but he has been absolutely insane in those times that he's been able to be there. So look for his creativity on the offensive role. Finally, captain, fantastic, Dejeuner Dakonam. I mean, he's been around since 2017. Just a nailed-in starter, coming right from Belgium. I mean, Togolese international. He's been it for them. I got to end it with the fact that the media got him for 12th, but we'll see. They could pop above the top half. This is Girona, or Girona, as some people say. Not much is really known about this team, if I'm honest, from an outsider's perspective, beyond the wealthy owners, the City Football Group network, and just the new style of football. But nonetheless, we got Michel here, who is the the head coach of the team. It's his third season in charge, or he's going into that third season, and he's also a favored personnel. The reason why he got that was because they were in the second division for a couple of years here, and then he got them promoted in his first year through the playoffs, and then finished 10th with a top half finish. That's a really, really well worked for a newly promoted side. So let's see, who knows if they can best that. That is very difficult, and we'll yet to see. But let's go with the transfers. The transfers here is Oriol Romeu. He's coming out. He's being sold to Barcelona. He had 1 year at Spain and basically sold for the same as they brought him in. And then you also got Santiago Bueno, who went to the Premier League via Wolves and was sold for $10.5 million for a center back. That's pretty much it for, the sales side of it. Let's talk about the newcomers. Savio, he is a 19-year-old Brazilian wonder kid on a loan from Troyes. And to be honest, you probably know him in real life, but this is his first year in La Liga. Daley Blind, 33-year-old Dutch international, ton of experience. His mental ability is extremely good for this level or any level, and long time at Ajax and a little bit of Man United, if you remember. Going forward, Yangel Herrera, Venezuelan international, has been in La Liga before, regular starter, on loan from the parent company originally, and now $5.25 million they paid to bring him in permanently. Artem Dovbyk, which is a Ukrainian international striker. He'll probably be, leading the line for them. $7.5 million paid to bring him in. I mean, he had an excellent season. 24 goals in the Ukrainian Premier League. Then we got, maybe a breakthrough prospect, Jean Solis. He's coming from Atlético Nacional, 18-year-old Colombian. And then Jan Couto is a Brazilian, 21 years old, on loan from the parent club of Manchester City. And lastly, Eric Garcia on loan from Barcelona to help out with the defensive side of the ball. And I would be remiss if we didn't mention a couple more names here. One, Paulo Gazzaniga, the goalkeeper from Argentina. And, if you remember back in Southampton, Tottenham, I totally forgot his Fulham days. But yeah, he was on loan last season and now he's here full time. But the big man, Christian Stuani, he basically has like another lease on life. He's never really been that guy, basically, except Albacete. Maybe that was the one big season. Espanyol had a good season, but since jumping into Girona, 21 goals, 29 goals in the second division. That's insane. He's become a different player. So we will see him for sure. The other big player we could have mentioned is Juan Pay, who is the other defensive center back here. Been around Girona for a while now, and he will be applying his trade. Media got him for 10th place, the same as last season. What do you think? Top half or bottom half? Granada, home of what was once the Muslim Empire when they invaded Spain, and they were one of the last holdouts. On top, Alhambra, looking above the city, you will see Granada, the football team. And here we go. They're back in La Liga. We're going to start out with Alexander Medina, who is, if you remember from the last save I did, it is the same guy. He went back to Uruguay, so he'll hope that he doesn't get fired like last time. But Granada was the winners of the second division last year. It was their second ever time doing it. Back in 1941 was the last. And going to the transfers, really only two transfers to note. One of them didn't really impact the first team necessarily, but Samu Omarodian, he's actually a very, very good striker, was sold to Atletico Madrid and loaned out to Alaves. But the other one is Brian Zaragoza. Now, they're going to be pretty lucky as that he's actually going in July of next year. So they still got a season with him. He was actually quite crucial in that promotion push or the title chase of last year. Brian Zaragoza. But let's go to the intakes here to see how Granada kind of used their prowess. Lucas Boye is probably the most consequential transfer of the window. He is definitely an offensive option, getting 7 goals in the last 3 seasons with Elche, and Elche did get relegated, so that's the reason why they had to get rid of him. Theo Corbeau, a winger who is taken in from the Wolves side. As I know, he's a Canadian and never really played for us. So, he'll be coming off the bench trying to help out the team. Bruno Mendes, a Uruguayan center back from Corinthians. He's a couple decent seasons there, and he is trying to see if he can ply his trade in Europe for the first time. Going forward, we have Augusto Batalla. He came in from the Argentine Premier Division from River Plate. He's been on loan the entire time, which is wild. But he's here to help out the team, Granada, to stave off relegation, and he finally left South America. Jesus Vallejo on loan from Real Madrid. He's had a couple starts there, had a couple starts at Granada previously, 2 different stints to be exact. So this is his 3rd time, and he will be trying to get them going. On the offensive side of the ball here, Facundo Pellistri on loan from Manchester United. And he's been here 2 different times in La Liga with Alaves, and now his first time with Granada. For players to look out for, ones that we, we're looking around at, trying to see if we can find anything really. Victor Diaz, by the way, captain, 35 years old, is, could be a center back or right wing back. He's been at Granada through thick and thin, started in the 2nd division, went up to the 1st division, went back down, and now he's back. So he's been through the roller coaster. He kind of understands what to be looking out for. Another one, Antonio Puertas, 31 years old, winger and attacking midfielder. He does have a bid on him right now. He's got, for Rams in Liga for nearly $1 million. He's been there as well for just about as long as the captain. But we'll see what happens. I mean, media picked them for 19th, so survival is the objective for this. We are now in the Isle of the Dogs. The team is Las Palmas, and if you didn't know, the Isle of the Dogs is actually known as the Canary Islands. So that is a trivia answer for you, but nonetheless, let's move on. Xavier Garcia Pimienta is now 18 months in charge of Las Palmas, and now is going to start his 2nd full season in charge. That being said, in his first half season, he finished 4th in the playoffs and didn't manage the promotion, but he did in his 2nd. He got the automatic promotion. Now, going forward with these transfers here, they're not, all of these loans out really aren't that consequential, believe it or not. Jonathan Vieira, 33 years old, is, but they released him to Almeria, which is also another relegation rival. So that'll be interesting to see. The other one is going to be Sergi Cardona, who is a left back or left wing back, and they were sold to Seattle for $6 million, which again, that's a lot of change. So the offer was too good to turn down. Moving on to the intakes, though, I mean, I got to be honest, they really made use of their resources. Sandro is a winger here on the left, brought him in on $1.1 million. They know he's a known quantity for them. He was on loan last year. They like what they saw. They tried it. They bought it. Next one, Javi Munoz from Eibar. Eibar got relegated. They picked up, they didn't get relegated. He was a good player at the top level of the 2nd division. They brought him in, so now he's able to move teams and move up divisions. So Javi Munoz joins the team as a center midfielder. Daley Sinkgraven, Dutch youth international from the left wing back all the way up to the left winger position. And he's got some spotted games here and there at Ajax and Bayer Leverkusen. These are really big teams. So he's able to come to Las Palmas, apply his trade, potentially be a starter, and see if they can keep him above water here. Next one, huge name, big catch, Munir, the Moroccan international. He's actually here on a free from Getafe. I mean, this guy was pretty much a regular at Sevilla. He even had getting time at Barcelona at one point in his career. He's got just a ton of potential, not potential, but a ton of ability that he could be able to apply to this team. The next one, Maximo Perrone. He's a young Argentine on loan from Man City. He's not really had a full season to develop yet, but this could be a really, really great season for him to potentially just kick up to that next gear because he's got bags of potential. And I can say the same for Marvin Park on loan from Real Madrid. He was helpful for their promotion push last season, so they thought, why not bring him back? So the last one here, Julian Araujo. He's on loan from Barcelona. This kid started 2 full seasons for LA Galaxy in the defensive right back role. Also a Mexican international. So he will be helpful for them to stave off relegation. For the other players that I really should mention that weren't just transfers, Saul Coco, the Ecuador Ghanaian, he had a huge breakout year last year at the second division, and now is basically a full-fledged star, and he's wanted by other teams. I mean, got to keep hold of them, and also they got to expand upon what they did last year. The other one, Nuke Mfulu, the DR Congolese international. Again, he's been here for 2 full seasons. He has been stellar. And yeah, for this team, they are the ultimate underdogs. The Canary Islands are far away from the mainland, and their media wants them, or they think they will have them 20th, rock bottom in the table at the end of the year. Next up is Mallorca. They are the second, and there are only 2 teams in this division that are from an island, and it's a popular tourist destination. Maybe that's the reason why Javier Aguirre is there coaching the team. He's about 18 months into the job. The Mexican coach also had to do a little bit of digging here in the Hall of Fame. If you go to the nationality for Mexicans, Javier Aguirre is number 9 out of all time. I mean, look at this. Atletico Madrid, the Eurovaz, Al Wada in the UAE. He got a League Cup and a President's Cup in 2016 and 17. Mexico got the Gold Cup in 2009. Monterrey, North American Champions League or Champions Cup in 2021. And then Pachuca, he actually won the Liga MX in 1999. Javier definitely has a pedigree of winning. And that's probably seen in the results, too. If you go back here, he took his position here just right in March. Towards the end of the season, he was able to stave off relegation, then build off it, and then get top half with 9th place finish. So going into the transfers here, you got Inigo Ruiz de Galarreta. Left on a free, has been there for a few seasons now, even back in the second division. The other one is, where are you? Idrisu Baba, 27 years old, Ghanaian international. He was at Mallorca for quite a few seasons and will be missed. Going to Almeria. The next one is the big one. Kang-in Lee, the South Korean international. Valencia will be kicking themselves for the fact they let him go on a free. Mallorca turned him into a star. PSG pulling out the big bucks, $23.5 million for him. But on the intake side, we got Omar Mascaré at the defensive midfielder role. Elche had him. They got relegated. Mallorca pick him up for an undisclosed fee. Then you got Matija Nastasic, 30-year-old Serbian international. He was at Schalke, Man City, Fiorentina, bags of talent, and a free sign is perfect. Sergi Darder, they got him for a midfielder from Espanyol. He was a La Liga regular, and yeah, no problems there. I mean, he's gonna be helping out on the offensive side of the ball through the midfield. And then we're gonna go through to Samu from Almeria, the 22-year-old Portuguese player, picked up for a nominal fee. And again, Almeria will be missing him. And I don't believe, Kyle Larin, that's right. He will be up top, Canadian international, was at Club Brugge, Besiktas. 19 goals in the Turkish Super League is no joke. Played at Real Valladolid, played very, very well. 8 goals in 19 games, that's a good return. But Who else do they got? Vedat Maricki, the Kosovoan international as well. He scored 15 goals last season and was crucial for the way they played and getting that 9th place finish. Also, too, is Antonio Rayo, this center back here. He's back in the days of 3rd division. I mean, he's been in the 2nd division, the 3rd division. He's been all over. He has been their consistent, their guy at Mallorca, and has been a huge, huge help for them. Also got to be putting out for Predrag Rajkovic, Serbian international. Was picked up last year, had a really good season, nice solid season, as the goalkeeper, and he looks to continue and get his own clean sheets. Media have got them for 15th place, and we will see. They finished 9th last time. All right, I'll try and keep this quick, but this is the big one. Real Madrid, Los Galacticos. Carlo Ancelotti heads the team, and I mean, he is one of the GOATs. I mean, if you go here, 3rd all-time, no disclaimers. That's how good Carlo Ancelotti is. I mean, they've got loads of legends. Raul, Zidane, Di Stefano, Puskas, CR7. Who else? The most amount of Champions Leagues ever won, the most amount of La Ligas ever won. Real Madrid speak for themselves, really. The only exit we got is Karim Benzema out to Al Ittihad. Everybody else here is pretty much not even touching the first team, if I'm honest. But the intakes, Jude Bellingham, this guy is one of the premier, players in the world right now. Absolute animal for England. And he is, without a doubt, one of the best in his position. Joselu, little, cult following in real life when he was here during this season, particularly in real life, made some pretty crucial goals, unbelievably as well. And then also we can go down here, Arda Güler, the Turkish wonder kid, 18 years old, picked him up from Fenerbahce. He might get pop in here and there, and then Kepa is the backup goalkeeper. That's pretty much it for the intakes. But going through the players, let's just go through the players. Toni Kroos, legend, German international. How long has he been here? Since 2014-15. He was basically a outcast of Bayern Munich. David Alaba, another one they picked up from Bayern Munich on a free, of course. Luka Modric, the absolute legend of Croatia, 37 years old. Vinicius Jr., he might pick up a Ballon d'Or or two during this save, who knows? Antonio Rudiger, incredible center back. How? We could just go through this entire team, honestly. Thibaut Courtois is injured. He's got the ACL injury. That's why they picked up Kepa. Tchouaméni, picked him up for big money, and he is repaying it all the time. Rodrigo, people slept on Rodrigo when he first came in, and now he's just paying dividends and really showing that he's one of the best wingers in the world. Federico Valverde, one of the best midfielders in the world, without a doubt. He's, last year, 2022-23, he really came out of his shell and dominated. Here we go. 16.25 million from Napoli for Dani Ceballos. So he may leave, honestly. But look at the rest of this team here, man. Mendy, Dani Carvajal, he was going to get Ballon d'Or votes. Lucas Vazquez, Eder Militao, Eduardo Camavinga. Brahim Diaz, these guys are stacked. They have everybody. They are the best in every position. They are the favorites to win the league. They have everything. The stadium, the pedigree, the talent, the coach. They have the president and Florentino Perez. Media predictions first. They are the kings of Spain as of right now. Let's see if they can live up to the royalty. And we are here with Real Betis, better known in FM terms, Real Hispalis. But led by Manuel Pellegrini, he's completed 3 years so far, and he will be starting his 4th. And if you're unaware with Manuel Pellegrini, I'll remind you how good this guy is. If you go to the nationality of Chileans, he is the GOAT. He has won the league in Ecuador. He's won 2 Argentine Premier Divisions in Argentina, obviously, with River Plate and San Lorenzo. He's also won a cup in Chile. He's won a Copa del Rey with this very team in 2022, and also just the crown jewel, the 3 trophies that are of the highest priority: 2 Carabao Cup wins with Manchester City and a Premier League. This guy has done it. He's really hit the heights and really the pinnacle of soccer. His 3 years have been really, really good. 6th, 5th, and 6th are the finishes that he's been able to rack in for the team. For sales, Luis Felipe, not going to be too much of an impact on the first team. However, big money leaving to the Saudi League. Raul Garcia already went into it earlier with Osasuna, but that was a good little chunk of change there, $6.5 million. Luis Enrique, the Brazilian, he decided he didn't like Spain that much, and he went back home to Brazil. And beyond that, we got Sergio Canales, the last big sale of $10.75 million to the Mexican League in Monterrey. Now, let's look at the intakes here. One is Hector Bellerin. He's infamously injured all the time. You can see that he doesn't really complete seasons that much, but he's technically gifted, and if they're able to get his fitness right, he can really do some damage. Chadi Riyad, the Moroccan player from Barcelona, brought him in on loan. Honestly, that's a pretty good pickup. He's a great rotational option, and we'll definitely be able to help him. Cedric Bakambu, the DR Congolese international, brought in. He's also a threat. I'm not going to lie. He's definitely another cover player that's going to be able to help them, extend their abilities in this season. Pablo Fornals is probably the best pickup for them. $6.5 million for the Premier League player from West Ham. I would say so. He's definitely good. And then second to last, I would say Perez. They brought him in. He was on loan last year from Leicester, but decided to pick him up on a free. And then last but not least, where are you? Johnny Cardozo, the American international. Quick little pickup right there. Mark Rocca, this is the one I wanted to bring him, on loan from Leeds. And another good pickup. He's really solid. He's going to be very, very helpful in the league. For the players, though, we are looking at some real players. Nabil Fekir, this guy is a French international. He is out of his mind good. Once he heals back up, this guy is going to be like firing on all cylinders. You look at Guido Rodriguez, a defensive midfielder, dogged, runs hard. He's aggressive. He's going to be able to run people down. Great player. Herman Petzea, another center back, another just solid player. Doesn't give the ball away. Really good. Isco, former Real Madrid player. He's playing it. He's putting his trade in Real Betis. This is awesome. William Carvalho, Portuguese international, defensive midfielder. This guy's been here forever. He never gives the ball away, and he always wins it back. Betis are predicted to be 8th, but they've been finishing a few places above that. So what do you think? We are here now with Real San Sebastian, or also known as Real Sociedad. This team has got a new coach, Imanol Alguacil, the Basque man. If you didn't know, there's other nationalities of Basque as part of the region of Spain. But this man has been at Real San Sebastian for a long time, since 2012 to be exact, mostly as the B team and the youth setups, but he's been a caretaker before, and now he's actually got the job. So this is going to be his first season in charge, and it's part of a really historic club. Proud fan base as well. 2 La Liga titles back in the 80s, a few Spanish Cups, early in part of the 20th century, 1987 and 2020. But yeah, this team is really mostly a team that finishes in the top half. The last 4 seasons, 6th, 5th, 6th, and then lastly 4th. So they actually got Champions League soccer this season. Last time they did that was 2012-13, and then previous to that, 2002 and 3. So they're actually in a real nice honeymoon, or like maybe a golden age period. But going into the transfers, they didn't really have anybody that actually affected the team that much beyond Diego Rico, who left on loan for Getafe. The thing is that he only got 20 appearances, so he was just kind of a squad player. You know, he would get the odd run of games, mostly off the bench, so it didn't really affect the team all that much. The big sale was Muhammad Ali Cho. However, that was out to Nice, and again, 19 appearances tells me that he was not necessarily a regular starter, came off the bench mostly. But let's bring in these guys. Let's talk about these guys who did get brought in. Geraldo Becker, he's going to be a winger. He's going to be mostly as a rotational option who will be able to come off the bench, but he does have a good pedigree. 11 goals for Union Berlin in the Bundesliga, regular starter there, as well as in the Eredivisie back in the Netherlands. The big signing really was a guy on loan that came in from Leipzig, Andre Silva, the Portuguese international. He's 27. He's the peak of his powers at the moment. Look at this. Was at Porto, 16 goals, Eintracht Frankfurt, 12, and then he got 28 one season, then Leipzig, 11. I mean, this guy is absolutely on fire for a striker. So he's looking to make an impact here. And then the other one, Kieran Tierney, on loan from Arsenal. He has fallen out of favor at the North London side, but again, he's a really, really solid player. Definitely gets injured quite a bit, but Kieran Tierney is a legit player. Going into the players, we got quite a few that have already been here, and they got a real pedigree. Mikel Merino is a now squad player for the Spanish national team. Scored a really crucial goal for the Spanish team on the road to winning the Euros. Robin Lenormand, the center back. I mean, again, this Spanish international, really solid center back, does not give the ball away. I mean, all the big teams have really been sniffing around trying to see if they can get him from Sociedad for a long time now. Now, Oyarzabal, Spanish regular on the wings, and then Martin Zubimendi in the midfield as well. I mean, dude, they got some real players. Arsenal's looking for him in real life. Takefusa Kubo, the Japanese international on the wing, and attacking midfielder. Again, another really quality player, and it's no doubt why they got 4th place last season. However, the media got them for 6th place. So what do you think? Champions League again, or maybe the Europa League? My team, Sevilla. I picked Juan Angel Cano as the manager for this club, and I'll be playing in the background as we go through this season. So just a little bit about Sevilla. This is again one of the big teams. If you weren't aware, 1946, however, was the only time they won the La Liga title. But don't look at that. Look at the fact that they got 7 Europa Leagues, 2006 and 7 back to back, 2014, 15, 16. They got a three-peat, 2020, and then 2023. Outrageous. Then they got 5 Spanish Cups, or Copa del Reyes. They also have a Super Cup too, back in 2006. The team is like outrageously good. They're in no way in danger of getting relegated. I mean, they're basically one of the big teams. So pretty much top half is always assumed. And except last year they got 12th, which is really kind of shocking. As you can see, it's definitely the outlier. Even getting 9th is like a little wonky to see comparative to their average position. But nonetheless, let's go to the transfers. Transfers, we actually have quite a few that directly impacted the team. Fernando, he is the Fernando, if you remember back in the Man City days, left on a free, back to Brazil. He's much older now, so that's why. Ivan Rakitic, also the creative attacking midfielder, He's a little bit older now, 35 years old. So he's gone. Yassine Bounou, the Moroccan international keeper, the one that was so stupendous during that World Cup to get them to the was it the semifinals? Yeah, I mean, really, really impressive. Gonzalo Montiel, the Argentine right back as well, out on loan to Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. And yeah, the other ones, Joan Jordan, the midfielder, pretty much a regular starter up until last year, got sold to PSV for 4 million. And then Adnan Januzaj sold to Valencia, the Belgian international. He was he came in on a free, never really got a feel for Sevilla, and so now he's he got loaned out to Turkey, and then now he's gone. The big sale though was Lucas Ocampos, big sale, 32.5 million. Played, didn't really care, got loaned out to Ajax, and now is sold to Liverpool in the Premier League, and that was a big one. People were not very happy about that, if I'll tell you that. But people came in. Loic Bade, really, really good prospect, 23 years old, getting signed in from the French league. So he will be helping us on the defensive side. Djibril Sow, from the Swiss international from the German league and Eintracht Frankfurt. Again, strong pedigree in Europe, really, really solid. Dodi Lukebakio, another Belgian international, solid player, really, really good on the wings, so that'll be really, really helpful. Nyland, really good again, just a solid backup goalkeeper for us, so that's going to be very helpful as well. Boubacar Soumare, defensive midfielder that's coming in from Leicester. So quite a few. I mean, Hannibal, Alejo Veliz, we got quite a few players. The rest of the squad, I mean, obviously we got a ton of great players. Jesus Navas obviously is probably the big standout. He's 37. He's just still that good and plays for Sevilla all the time. Eric Lamela on the attacking side, he's probably going to be one of our main threats. And then, Youssef En-Nesyri may leave. He's the Moroccan international. But we'll see. He's one of the main goal threats. And then lastly, Sergio Ramos. And it is the Sergio Ramos. He was originally started at Sevilla. If you did not know, you definitely would know him from his Real Madrid days, being the captain and the stalwart defender. But he is now in his first season at Sevilla towards the end of his career. So that being said, generally, we're looking at 5th place. So you tell me, we've made some big sales, but maybe we're going to be better off for it. This is Valencia, one of the big teams in the big cities of Spain. We got everything you need here. Look at this. Ruben Baraja, first-year manager. He is looking to help right the ship. He's got a lot working against him. He's definitely has some infrastructural inhibitions in this side, and he's looking to maybe turn that around and maybe propel them in a positive direction. Valencia, if you didn't know, has a pretty filled up trophy cabinet. I mean, 6 La Liga trophies, 3 Europa League trophies, 8 Copa del Rey's, most recently coming in 2019. And also, if you didn't know, when they won the league back in 2003 and 4, Rafa Benitez was there, and it was early in his career. He actually won 2 La Liga titles. You can see here, 2002 and 2004. So, more recently, though, since the, basically 2018 and 2019 campaigns, they've fallen off. They got finished 9th, 13th, 9th, 16th. So they've fallen on hard times, even though they have this wealth of, titles and, honors. They've taken the turn for the worst. So let's go and look at their outs. Yunus Musa, American international, midfielder, going out to AC Milan. Basically been a starter for 3 years now, and they'll be missing him. He's out. The other one, Jose Gaya, left back, basically been there since 2013-14 campaign, became a regular starter in 2014-15 campaign, and then took off and went to Saudi Arabia. So they got to replace him. But I will say the intakes are good. Cenk Özkoçar, he was on loan at the end of last season, and then they decided to pull the trigger. He played well. Pepe Lu, good rotational option for the midfield here. They took him in from Levante for $5.25 million. Sergi Canos, basically bought for nothing from Brentford. Another solid, just like, winger type. That'll definitely help them out there. Roman Yaremchuk, a really good, peak of his powers, Ukrainian international. So they were able to take him on loan from Club Brugge. Adnan Januzaj, we already covered that. A Belgian winger from Sevilla, back when I was covering Sevilla. And so that's kind of the big ins. But for players, I mean, they have one of the premier rising goalkeepers of the world, Georgi Mamardashvili. He had a huge breakout year last year, and he's looking to stamp it as, hey, I have arrived. I'm going to become one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And he's, just breaking through the Georgian international team as well. The other one I want to highlight too is Mukhtar Diakabi, center back, Ghanaian international. He's been playing well, and he's been a regular starter for a few years now. So he's actually wanted by Inter Milan at the moment. But Mukhtar Diakabi. That's pretty much, I think, is kind of it. I mean, there's not really anybody else that needs to be highlighted at this moment. But yeah. Ruben Baraja has some real issues he's got to iron out for this season. They had a really, really embarrassing season as of last year, finishing in 16th. So the media got him for 9th. Do you think that they could be able to recover and get a top half finish, or do you think that this downward slide may continue? The next team that I'll be previewing is Rayo Vallecano, and FM noted them as Vallecano. But they are in the outskirts of the capital. Inigo Perez is a coach that is going to be heading them for the first time. And he would be eager to do so because this team has actually been doing pretty decently as of late. Going into their history, they've only won the second division once in their history in 2018, but they were promoted again. So they've arrived again back into the first division. And they don't really have that much pedigree, as you can see, since going back to 2002. But look, a respectable 12th when they first got promoted, and then they built on it just a little bit by 11th. So they got a solid foundation now. They are a La Liga team. If they get it one more time, I would say that they're now established. So Rayo Vallecano, let's see what the ins and outs of this team here. First one has got to be Santi Comesaña, the midfielder for them. He was there for quite a while, back when they were still in the first division and got relegated, helped them through the second division, then on the way out. So that's the big one. But everybody else is kind of, you'd think that maybe Miguel Moro, but nope. That's pretty much the only exit that actually had any real consequence. In terms of the intakes, you got a little bit going on here. Alfonso Espino, he was brought in. He's a left wing back, 31 years old, from Cadiz. That definitely hurts Cadiz, I'll tell you that. But Rayo Vallecano will profit from that move. Florian Lejeune, the 32-year-old Frenchman, center back, solid player, definitely at La Liga level. And again, that will hurt Alaves for sure as they pick up Lejeune on a nominal fee. And then lastly, we got Kike. Kike is on loan from Real Valladolid. They got relegated last year, so Kike wanted to stay in La Liga, so he got loaned out to a La Liga side. But for the players, I mean, they got like some pretty well-established players in La Liga. Raul de Tomas, he actually has a couple caps for Spain, which is, again, that's near impossible to do in real life. So he's got to have, a little bit of quality here. You can see 17 goals. He had an absolute blistering year a few years ago. So Rayo Vallecano is hoping to, reignite that in him. The other one, too, is, where are you? Pathé Ciss, 29-year-old Senegalese player, defensive midfielder, solid, really works well. And then also Bebe, if you remember Bebe from Manchester United, he's here. He's 33-year-old Cape Verde. But Radamel Falcao, the Colombian legend, he is here. He's going to be doing his 3rd season in Rayo Vallecano. If you didn't know where he was, found him. So Rayo is, again, they're, trying to really establish themselves as a La Liga side, potentially grow. If they can get top half, that'd be insane. But media prediction had them as 14th. How do you feel about that? Do you think that maybe they'll improve, or will they be threatened with relegation? Vigo in the northwest of Spain. It's not sunny. It's on the coast, and it's actually cloudy and rainy most of the time. But Celta Vigo is probably how you know them in real life, but FM puts them as Vigo. But they have a really, really well-known, established, and legendary coach in Rafa Benitez. Again, you probably know who he is, but let me go to the Hall of Fame. Spanish Nationals' 3rd winningest manager of all time. He's got a club world championship with Inter, a Europa League with Chelsea. He's got an FA Cup, Community Shield, Champions League, and UEFA Super Cup with Liverpool. He's got a championship trophy with Newcastle, an Italian Cup with Napoli, and lastly, 2 La Liga titles with Valencia and a Europa League with Valencia. The guy's won a lot. I'm not going to lie. He's won a lot. So this team, Vigo are not the Giants. They are a well-established team, as you can see in La Liga. They've been here for how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the last 3 years here, 13th, 11th, and 8th. So it looks like they can't poke their head above water in that, top half area, but they haven't in the last couple of years. Now, let's go to the transfers. Transfers here. Javi Galan on the left wing back position. That was a loss. They sold him out to Madrid. But however, the other guy, Gabri Vega. He had a breakout season last year, but he was sold out to Saudi for big money. 43 million is big money. So they can't complain there, if I'm honest. So that's fine. The other guy, I don't think they lost anybody else. The other one, Ruben Blanco, no. Never mind. Anyways, the intakes, Carles Perez, winger type that's brought in from Roma. Look, they loaned him in last year. They like what they saw, so they bought it for $5.5 million. So good on them. Vicente Guaita, the former Premier League player from Crystal Palace, they brought him in as a goalkeeper. Definitely will help boost the ability to block the ball from going in the net. Jonathan Bamba, the Ivorian winger, came in from Lille. That's another really good pickup, particularly because they got him on free. And so the other one, Tassos Douvikis, a good pickup. Again, got to be honest, from the Eredivisie, Utrecht. So we got another, they got players. Carl Starfelt, Swedish center back from Celtic. Good pickup. They're really utilizing the resources they have here. And lastly, on a free, Javi Manquillo, on a free from Newcastle from the Premier League. So they've read really, really good offseason, strengthening their players. But the players who already exist here, this guy is a living legend. He is a legend at Celta Vigo. Iago Aspas. You can just look here. I mean, the guy has basically spent his entire career. He had a brief blip at Liverpool and Sevilla, but look at the goals he's been banging in for them. 14, 19, 22, 20, 14, 14, 17, 12. I mean, this guy is outrageous. He's got a few Spanish caps and star player. He's 36 years old and still doing it. The other guy here, he's a vice captain, Kevin, on the right wing back also. One club man, incredible, really incredible. And then we have a rising star here too, Jurgen Strand Larsen. I know about him because he's obviously a Wolves player. And he had a decent season last year. He's just getting used to the first division, but he will strengthen. But going forward, Vigo, I mean, they got a decent little profile coming into this season. 10th is the media prediction. Again, are they going to be above or below that halfway point? And last but not least, it is the Yellow Submarine of Villarreal. This team is based out of a small town on the East Coast, just north of Valencia, and they punch way above their weight for what they should be doing. Marcelino is going to be heading them for this season. He's the first-year coach at the helm now, and he'll be trying to see if they can keep going some of the workers they had recently. And again, I want to highlight this team's got pedigree. Santi Cazorla is a legend. Marcos Senna, if you remember him, he was the foundational center defensive midfielder for Spain back in the 2010s, in the 2000s. The last 4 years, 5th, 7th, 7th, and 5th. So European football is definitely on the cards. They actually won the Europa League in 2021. Again, I know that this looks a little empty, but man, they punch way above their weight, as you can see up here. This team is outrageous. Now going to the transfers. Nicholas Jackson sold to Chelsea. Big money, $40.5 million. Boulaye Dia, another striker, Senegalese international, sold to Salernitana. And then we got another one over here. Pau Torres sold to Aston Villa. Basically $40 million. I mean, outrageous. Spanish international, too. We got another one. Samuel Chukwueze, the Nigerian international winger, was getting bags and goals and assists for the team. He's out the door. I mean, they made some huge sales. $121 million out the door. And they feel like they replaced it with $16.25 million. This is how frugal this team is. Dennis Suarez coming in. Great pickup on a free, if I'm honest. Picked up a really good player from a relegated side, and so that'll be helpful. Santi Comasagna coming in for the midfield from Rayo Vallecano. Again, really good pickup from them. That'll be helpful throughout the midfield. Bertrand Traore on a free. Great pacey winger, technical. Burkinabe, I mean, he's a veteran already, from the Premier League too. Alexander Sorloth coming in. This is also a huge pickup, $10.75 million. I mean, this Norwegian striker is absolutely going to get goals for them. Eric Bailly, the Ivorian international, for the center back role. Again, real known quality. Just good pickups, like really good pickups. Gonzalo Guedes, picked up from Wolves on loan. He very well versed in La Liga as well, as you can see. So that's a good pickup. And then finally, Yerson Mosquera, also from Wolves on loan. He played very, very well in the MLS the year prior. So he's hoping to get his first real full rep into the team. But players are already here. Francis Coquelin, I would highlight, but he's got a serious cruciate ligament injury. But Gerard Moreno, the star striker, one of the most important players and influential players here. He's also a Spanish international too. Alex Baena, winger, 22 years old, still got a lot of mileage left on his career, and he's also just growing and doing so well. Raul Albiol, 37, 58 caps. He has been all over the continent. He's been part of the Spanish team for quite a while too. Danny Parejo, 34 years old in the midfield. Also, I mean, I know him from his Valencia days. He's still doing it at a high level at Villarreal. I mean, unbelievable. And then lastly, I will highlight Jeremy Pino. He's also getting Spanish international reps, and he's only 20 years old, so he's got a lot left to go, and he's doing excellently well. So Marcelino has a lot of talent. The team, or the media, believes that they're going to get 4th place, so Champions League level soccer this season. How do you feel about that? Yes or no?